All right, you give a pat down. One. Okay, so you find 10 gold pieces on him.
Okay.
Couple rations, we'll say 3 rations. A explorer's pack, and then give me an investigation to see if you anything else
All right.
hidden
And
or hidden about him.
yeah, and specifically, I'm gonna make him. Well, regardless, because I don't want him. It makes it harder for him to run. Is I'm gonna make him take his shoes off, anyways. But
Sure.
see if there's anything specifically in his shoe. 15 for the investigation roll. Yeah.
15. Okay, you
dwarves,
find
You have
you
guidance
find a
as well.
dagger.
Oh yeah. Well, then it might be higher
sure.
than that. So I forgot about mine. If it matters, I rolled as 2, so 17.
17. Okay, that is so you find a dagger in his like tucked under his armor. So you pull that out, and in the boot you find a second dagger hidden as well. As well as a little like pouch of like an herb or something.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a moss.
What's this, huh, punk?
yeah.
Oh, okay. And then I'm going to turn around and yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've never seen that before in my life. I'm gonna check his beard. You wily dwarves.
Okay.
I know you like to hide.
Probably one of those devil worshippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go through his beard. Beard's clean, actually. Would you actually give me an intelligence check? Because
Oh man,
Dar might be aware of what the
herb is. Ooh,
yeah.
14, 15.
15. Sure. Yeah, definitely.
That reminds me, as I'm checking his beard, I'm giving him. I'm saying, what a fine beard you have there. Looks like you take good care of it, don't you? I hear dwarves are awfully fond of their beards. Give it a nice tug.
He sort of just you like tug on it and he just spits off to the side, but otherwise he does not respond.
Yeah, I just let it sink in.
What was that intelligence check again?
15.
15. Okay, so this is siren moth.
Okay.
It's a hallucinant drug. You rub it between your fingers, and it smokes, and it gives you some hallucinations. It's basically weed, but you rub it between your fingers.
Maybe we got away after all, fellas. I dangle it in front of us. All right, yeah, let's get him up. We're gonna actually, I'll take his arm off down there because we're gonna have to pull him up. We'll probably drop a rope and just lift him up because I'm not gonna let him so I'll take his armor off down there as well, and if anything, check inside there. But all that stuff can go in the party loot. I have it written down, but a couple daggers and a pouch, siren's moss.
Yeah, sounds good. So you pull him up.
Lower rope down.
Okay. He grabs one of your ropes and.
All right. Yeah. We're probably gonna have to help doing the hoisting.
Paul attaches it to your horse.
Excellent. What a smart boy.
Philip will bite onto the rope and try to help.
Try and tug, yeah.
When he finally gets up and he picks
I'm gonna
himself
stand
up
near the edge to try to act like a fulcrum so that the rope isn't scraping against the rock.
Sure. Yeah, easy enough. I'll say with all that, you guys, easy enough. You.
Well, as soon as he stands up I'm assuming he's kind of on his face when he gets pulled up, and then as soon as he stands up, I kick him in the back of the knee. On your knees in front of your liege.
He'll go down.
Sir Royland, sir, can ask this miscreant any questions you wish.
Right, of course.
Or we can drag him inside, I guess.
Rowan looks around. What kind of questions do we have for him?
Oh. It's not so much about the question. It's really about how you ask. That's most important.
Right.
How did you know about Hank's traps, first of all?
Boorish.
And
big.
Ask him about Hank's traps. How is he so well informed? I'm whispering this in his ears. How's he so well informed about what to expect here?
Oh, this is perfect. Worm tongue me.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, buddy. I'm
Yo,
telling you.
phrasing? Is there a better phrase for that?
Traps. Worm tongue me, baby.
Worm tongue me.
This
Oh.
game's getting out of control.
Welcome to Jeffland.
First, we have Roland lancing people through, and now we have him getting worm tongue.
Can feel my breath on your ear. Okay, yeah. So that's what I mean. At least that's what I'm curious about.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna hold the sword out menacingly, of course,
Sure.
and just be really authoritative when I speak to him, and just be like, "How did you know about these traps?"
Give me an intimidation.
Ooh, I think I could do that.
Does
Do
he
I
get
have
any
that?
help from that pile of bodies?
Yeah, well, I'm doing this as well, and I'm
Sure.
pulling at my beard behind
yeah.
him. You know, the facial hair a little bit. So we'll try to help him a little bit.
Mhm.
It's 14.
14. Okay. All right.
Oh, with advantage? I wasn't sure.
No, I'm just taking into account that there's a pile
You're
of bodies
lowering the
there.
difficulty for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 14.
Okay. 14. Okay.
I mean, here's the thing: we could step it up, and we all know we can.
Right. Well, listen, I don't know much, but you know, credit to you. And he looks up at you, Hank, but you don't get all of it. People make it out, and they give us information. So just sits back on his heels and looks down.
Is that true? Should I just run you through right now and save ourselves some valuable time?
No, please. I really, that's all I know. Garrick has men that give him information. I don't know how they get it. You're muted, Dar. Dar, I think you're muted.
Maybe on your
Oh,
headset.
yep. I'm muted. Sorry. It was down there. Can you
You're
hear me
good.
now? I
Yeah,
whisper
you're
into Roland's ear. Sleep. These men must sleep. Do they have a place close by? An outpost? Somewhere that threatens this town? Slide back.
You're
Oh, now
muted.
you're
You're
muted.
muted, Jeff. Jeff,
You're
you're
muted.
muted.
Where's your headquarters?
Headquarters,
Where
like,
do you rally?
I mean, our main headquarters is in Tempest Landing, but
Where did you sleep last night?
on the road, a few miles out.
Where did you sleep the night before?
We've been on the road for a couple days.
At this point, I would swear to me.
Yeah.
At this point,
I just keep asking him, like, the night before
Yeah.
that. No, the night before that.
Hank's
Yeah,
gonna try to sneak in and do a little good cop routine. So I'm gonna
Okay.
sort of he's on his knees, right? So Hank's gonna
Yeah.
come around, big burly boy, and kneel down next to him and sort of put one hand like over his shoulder, like that.
Sure.
And he's gonna be like, "Look, boy, these guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. These guys want to hurt you. You know me. I'm just trying to protect my village. I'm willing to, I can heal you up, set you straight. Might even be able to get you a job here or something. But you got to give these boys something, or they're gonna go crazy, you know. So why don't you just level with us? Tell us where your nearest outpost is. We know you have one. And then we can clear this up. You can go about your way." I lean back and I wink at the rest of them.
Okay. So he's sort of he's now sitting back like on his heels, head down. Um, um I been with Garrick for about a year now. Following him around, just doing whatever he asks. Good with the hammer, so it comes in handy.
It's a fine skill to have.
Thank you.
See what I said? These guys, they don't really care if you're alive or dead. A little information goes a long way to sating their appetite for violence.
Garrick doesn't really stay in one spot, so he doesn't have or didn't have a specific hideout. But before we came here, we were up at this place northwest from here. One of our ruins we control. I don't know what we were doing there specifically. He didn't talk much about why he was going where he was. He sort of runs this area, so he would move about, check on the ruins, make sure everything's okay, collect. I really don't know much more than that.
Who did Garrick have a boss? Who did Garrick answer to someone? We know that yours is a vast operation. There must be some sort of structure.
Yes, he would take a couple trips every year to Tempest Landing to, I think, meet with. He sort of looks around. Mama.
And clearly they know ours.
Is this is this true? I really can't help you. I'm talking to the guy. I really can't help you if you can't give these guys some useful information. I'm doing what I can here,
Give me a persuasion check.
Damn.
He's got to keep looking past.
How about 17 plus 0 for 17?
17. Okay. Listen. What sort of stuff do you want to know? Whatever I have, I will give it to you. Just if you just want to know our whole operation, can't do that. But if you have specific questions, maybe I can answer.
Above the table, you guys, I wasn't here last session. Do you guys, are there any like mysteries to the road that you guys are trying to figure? I mean, we have basically the location of some of the ruins. We know that Garrett was answering to somebody, which would have been obvious. Cool. And plus, maybe he can drive. Okay, so, yep.
From Rowan's point of view, his only grudge with the road is they're criminal.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But he is aware that Vok has some history, and that history is negative, which only I think serves to make Vok better in Rowan's eyes, because he's ex-criminal or something. I don't know. He's like a recovering addict, Like,
Redemption. Yeah.
you got to bring that into the fold. And so I'm at this point, like, Rowan is literally just floating in the breeze.
Okay. So, in response to him, what do you want? I'm gonna draw out a couple of pieces of paper, parchment, and a quill. I'm
Mhm.
just gonna sort of like gently put it down in front of him, like carefully put like the quill down, and be like, if you can supply us with the layout of these ruins and a description to your best knowledge, how many soldiers you guys have in there, if there's patrols, guard rotations, if you can give us sufficient information pertaining to that, I think I can talk these boys into letting you go. And then I'm gonna stand up, but like pause, half standing up. But I'm serious, boy. This needs to be some good information. And then I'll whistle to Philip, and Philip will come and just sit like a foot away from
Yeah.
my face, let out this like throaty growl.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Okay. So he's shackled now. So he looks over at Dar for
I put the
release.
quill in his mouth. No, I'm kidding.
Mute,
I think
maybe.
you did it again, man.
Sorry. I unlock
Yeah,
one
yeah.
hand, put his hands in the front, and shackle him with his hands in the front.
Okay. So well, before I was with Garrick, starts writing, I was at our furthest ruin northwest. That's the only one that I really have information like this on. And it's been a year since I've been there. But and he starts writing. We have at least a couple dozen men that site. Um, Patrols all day long. 2 patrols of 2 men. They sort of circle around the entrance to the ruin. We have teams that go in and explore the ruins. Usually teams of 4 or 5. Usually 2 teams will go in at a time. Come out with whatever they have after a number of hours and then sometimes days. Couple guards. Right. He hears numbers and people and guard rotations and yeah. Really depends. Some of these are lows, like we get nothing, just money sometimes. And then he sort of looks at Jaden, who's holding or who picked up the dagger. He sort of sees the dagger. Sometimes we get things like that.
Oh.
Mm. Which one? Yeah. Here, I'll throw in. Yeah. So get a. So he starts gesturing. If you go to your map, the one with the fingerprint on it at the top left, that's the one he circles. That's the one he's most familiar. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Um. Yeah. So he says a couple dozen people per ruin, upwards of 50 depending. But like he makes sure you guys know like he was there a year ago.
Right.
It could be could be completely different. And then the ruin not closest to you guys, but one pretty much smack dab in the center, not quite, but sort of down a bit. He points that one out. This is one of our newest finds. It's mostly unexplored. They've found mostly just like the first couple areas in there, but it's huge from what they say.
We came here to rout out the evil and bring order, and most importantly, prosperity. In fact, prosperity through order. That'll be sounds like a great campaign slogan. Paul, write that down.
Well said as always, sir.
He's like, no, no, no.
I have one more question for him. I'll get up close to him. I'll have that dude's spear in my hand as well. From the last group of road we bumped into, it seems you have somewhat a cooperation with these, and I'll bring out the symbol of Morphan. The
Yeah.
blood witch thing people we came up against before.
Yep. I'm not familiar.
Inside check.
Sure.
You know, gotta do it. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. He really doesn't know what that is.
And what's your name, son?
Sir Rowland.
Oh, apologies, sir. I was talking to the captive.
Right, of course.
Zephyrus.
Zephyrin. Yeah, and then I'll step away from him, pick up the parchment, with whatever he wrote down. And did he draw us a little sort of?
So he gave you. He didn't draw like a layout of the ruin. He never really.
Understood. Yeah, I'll step away from him and sort of look at everyone else. Do we keep him around?
Well, as far as what to do with him, we have to be men of our words, no doubt, and let him go. However, there's anything in this world I hate more than an ambusher and a petty bandit, and I step real close, is a snitch. I'll lean back. If we let him go, he may run back and tell his friends, or he may lie and say that he didn't say anything. No, it's important everyone knows. Jaden, can you grab him?
Sure.
Do you grab him? I'm pull out a dagger. Start trying to get. I'm sure there's like a torch or something. I'm gonna grab a torch and light a fire and start heating it up. One of his daggers.
Sure.
I'm gonna leave you with a mark that'll let everybody who sees it know who you were, and I put it real close when it's super hot, and let all your former colleagues know what you are now. And I push it right here on his face across his nose.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
Just he screams.
I hold it until it's nice and deep, and then I rip it off.
You see some skin
As
stuck to the side of the blade.
as he's doing this, Jaden whispering into his ear,
Whoa.
redemption is earned for those who go through pain and suffering.
I pop the shackles off of him. Actually, you hear me whisper a word, and they pop off. Wrap them around.
At this point, I would reassume the sort of good cop thing. I'm gonna put a hand over his shoulder again. I'm gonna pull out some like sort of bandages. And is it possible for me to like cast some cure wounds, but like just enough to like stop it from like but I want to leave the scar. I don't want to heal any of the
Sure.
damage you did.
Sure. I'll say you have enough control over.
Just like a point as I just sort of like
Yeah.
touch at it a little bit, and then I have an idea because we are worried about him talking, right? So, um, why did you join the road?
He's crying. Like
Yeah.
he's
That's
like,
what the mark
"Come on,
is. Hopefully, he knows if he goes back to them and they see that, they'll know that he talked. So he's just as dead if he goes back to them.
Right.
So I just let him wander and try to figure out his life. This is what happens when you grab him. No, you fuck with. No, no, I'm done with him. Yeah, I'm done. You can do what you want with him now. We'll all slow walk off. See Hank walk by normal. Like,
Yep. Well, now my plan seems crazy, so I want to talk it over with you guys before I do this. So I'm just gonna like give him like the just one second.
befriend him. Well, maybe we should have burned him with the knife
He's like,
first. I don't know who did that, but
I'll walk back to you, y'all, and I think if we're talking about redemption, if this boy joined the road looking for community or money or security, um, if you want to destroy the road, convert them. I wanna offer this guy a place in our community. Like you said, he can't return to the road.
well, that's
And
fair. But
what
you
better
can never
place?
trust him. As always. As always, Sir Roland, our liege, makes the final decision. But I do
Right.
understand what you're saying. And of course,
Right.
it's a two-man swing, right?
Yeah.
Not only do they lose someone, we gain one, of course. But I will make a point though that dwarf is probably well over a century old, so he's had a long time to make the writer. It's a
Yeah,
little bit different than
he's a rash teenager. Yeah.
yeah, and it was clear that Tadar obviously he didn't like being ambushed, but he was much more offended by him ratting all those people out so willingly. Like that's definitely what got him. He was much calmer until until he ran his mouth.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
All right. Just again above the table, Rowan is not chaotic good. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I think we all have our
he's
parts to
gonna,
play.
he's
Yeah.
gonna want to find some way for this guy to be redeemed. I
But not
guess.
this way.
Um,
I'm down with it. I really don't know how you guys feel,
Well,
so
and what happened? Yeah, now's his chance to redeem himself.
Yeah,
Like I said, he can't go back to this. He can't go back to the road. They might hear what he has to say, but then they're going to kill him. There's no doubt because they know he ran his mouth. He'll have to work his ass off to prove to everyone else because they'll just think he's a bandit scum. But he could possibly make a name for himself, right? Now it's on him,
Right.
and now is your chance to slip in, and be like, hey, let me show you the way.
Right. And
However,
if you become the liege of this area, I mean, What if we spread the word that those that join the road don't have to choose that life forever?
Yeah, that we could rally converts.
Right. We
I
can
could
protect.
carry that. I could carry that. What do you call that? Jeez, I'm blanking now. That reputation for you, my liege. About my head low.
I do value that. As much as your advice, I don't know, social graces, all of which has been very, very useful. I'm at a loss, and I need to I need to make this decision with my advisors, and that's all of you.
I only have one thing to say. Those who do not take redemption into their hearts can turn into a snake that will bite us in the back later.
Bam! I walk right over and put my hand on this guy's shoulder. I don't know if I've ever agreed with you more, Jaden. I agree, let's have him, but also I just burned him in the face with a knife, so I don't want to sleep in the same town that he's sleeping in, right? Like,
Right.
okay, it'd be weird now every Tuesday I have to be like, hey, buddy. He's like, hey, remember me?
Fuck.
Healing up nice. Yeah.
Looking good, dude. You can hardly notice.
Fuck, you walked away, right?
Why you guys got to make it so difficult on me, like the player?
No, that's what's great. Yeah, there's all this like different voices in your ear. Yeah.
Fuck. You like walked away from this conversation. Okay, as you like turn around, you see the dwarf just like crying. He's running. As they're like in a huddle. They're in a huddle having this conversation. He's just like,
Well, I left
Wait,
Phil on
say-
guard. Would Phil have
you know what? You did. You're right. Never mind. I forgot that.
if he
So
tried?
you see he's on the ground with Philip like on top of him now.
Yeah.
Still crying.
You're muted, bud.
Why does that keep happening? It must accidentally hit me. Do we even want this guy? I mean, look at him. He's a mess.
It's true.
Dirt covered in dirt, dog slobber.
I mean, I do see a yellow streak on him. It's
Let him run back to the hills.
I'll leave
Crawl
the
back into the
sword up.
sewer you came from.
I'll leave the sword up to you. And I'm gonna walk back to town as I'm walking backwards. Hank, I'm borrowing your forge.
Or you can have him use his hammer to help you rebuild your stuff. He said he's good with a hammer. So I'd say either have him help you or kick him out. That's my vote. I'm good with either, but
think so, but didn't this gentleman just mention something to the northwest? Okay, makes perfect sense, I think.
Yeah. Make an intimidation.
Be right back, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh shit. So 18. Okay. um. Does Philip get off of him, Hank?
Yeah, if he's doing this, I'll give it a little whistle and Phil will come heal.
And Paul.
Paul's still cleaning the lamp.
Perfect. It's perfect. Yeah.
I,
Well, if you're playing with him to go back and act like he got away, again, I shouldn't have burned him in the face with that if that was our plan, because that was gonna, because then he knows he's been trapped and caught at some point, and then he's gonna be like, oh, they sent you with this. So I think beforehand, I thought we were finished with him. But again, there's no guarantee that he wouldn't just come and tell you that this was your plan, and then we get ambushed at our ambush spot, or what, you know.
I really like the idea of assimilating him, especially if he's good with a hammer. I mean, that caught my attention. If I understand the risk, and Hank sure understands the risk, but I don't know. I'm kind of in love with that redemption.
he starts. Yeah. Cut. Yeah. He just starts crying, like bawling, like one of his nostrils is like shut from the dagger, like he's just crying. He grabs like the bit of your sleeve and he just holds on to it. He's like bawling in the middle of this field.
I'll go. Once again, I'm gonna start leading him towards the town. Then, if I have everyone's blessing on this.
Yeah. I'm going to turn to the rest of the group and tell them. So yeah, we need a decisive plan on what our next move is, and I think we either go to the place that we have info on, we either utilize that information he gave us, or we continue on our plan and we try to get to the keep. I think those are only true viable options. Yeah. Mhm.
Sure. Yeah.
Not even close.
So you guys, so what are you doing with Sapphirus?
So, Zephyrus, I'm gonna start leaning him back. I'm gonna be like, "Don't worry, you're not gonna die. Stop crying, though. It doesn't really become you. You're a man. Fuck up." I'm gonna pull a little glass of ale off of Philip's, barrel, give it to him. Bring him in. I'm gonna bring him to my forge.
Which I'm already using.
Which you're already using. Yeah, I'm gonna walk in.
You
And
could use a hand,
I'm gonna send a messenger boy to go retrieve my son-in-law,
Okay.
Bryce, that damn
Bryce.
fancy hipster son-in-law.
Yeah.
And if he comes over,
Okay.
I'm basically gonna lay down the situation. You know, like, hey, this is Zephyrus, formerly of the road, now of our town. He's gonna help you out. He says he's good with a hammer. I'll send a letter to the board. Let them know.
Really?
And he's promised he won't be any trouble. Isn't that right, bud? And I'll shake his shoulder, like arm around his shoulder, just give him a little shake.
Promise. I promise. So you see, Bryce comes in, human man, long hair. He's kind of hunchbacked. He would be tall if his posture wasn't so bad. Um, pretty skinny, but he's like greasy. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it just comes in. Okay, man.
And I'm leaving
All right.
for a little while,
Oh,
Bryce. Me and Philip are gonna go. So I need you to mind the
right.
shop. Can you do that?
Yeah, man.
All right. Remember,
For sure.
you open it up and lock it down at night, and don't go away giving away all the booze, okay? And don't
Okay.
forget to flip my mash every 3 months.
All right.
All right.
3 months. Got it.
All right. Zephyrus. Uh, Zephyrus is my son-in-law, Bryce. Why don't you go with him? He's going to show you around. Pull out a piece of parchment. I'll start drafting up a letter to the board.
Right.
Basically talking to giving them the situation.
Right.
Going to suggest that he be kept under supervision at all times by multiple people for the first
Sure.
couple of weeks. First couple of weeks he spends the nights in the dungeon, locked up at night.
Yep.
And as he sort of proves himself, he can have lodging in my forge.
Anyone ever watch Walking Dead with Negan, where they like take him prisoner and then they're like, and then when you earn our trust,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can be a person again. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and then I'll see if Jaden, you need a hand with anything? What you working on?
Just working on putting a small notch in my shield. So see, I have a towel shield, and now that I've got the spear, I thought put a small notch in it so I can have the shield up and spear, so I can basically little phalanx with the
Ooh,
with the
Cool.
Paul,
shield
make
up.
yourself useful.
what's that?
Paul, make yourself useful.
Oh, okay.
I'll shout him to.
I just want him to try to help or get in the way. I don't care.
Sure. He's gonna go.
I'll have him on the bellows.
Like
Sure.
Paul, sandwiches.
yeah, probably. He probably does do that.
I would. I don't know if you're good at using the forge, Jaden, but I'll offer any assistance if you like it.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So just give me a tinker's check. I think it's easy enough to create that shape you want, but how just be.
You have to bear with me because I'm pretty sure I have a trait for this. Hold on.
Ooh, okay.
So what was it? It was
I think it's for this probably.
Tool
Okay.
expertise. So proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses your proficiency with a tool.
Ooh, okay. So do you want to, Jaden, this is up to you. Do you want to help Hank or do you want to take Hank's help?
the Hank take the lead.
All right. So Hank, go ahead and make. We'll say for you, it's going to be an intelligence with your proficiency. And
I know my way around the forge, but I haven't had a shit ton of experience.
That's a.
And then advantage.
Oh shit. Okay. 15 and 6 for 21.
21, easy enough. So you
Patrick Swayze ghost come around.
One other thing I want to add to it. I'm just on the inside of a shield, a little strap that I can attach the spear to.
Ooh.
Okay. Easy enough.
So it's enough always there ready.
Sure.
So I start, heating up the metal and bending it in, and I'm gonna pull out my tinker's tools and sort of put a nice shiny edge on it. I'm gonna pull out little scraps of metal and just kind of look at you and be like, I could put little wings on it or something if you want. Because of your you know, wings.
Sure.
So I just want to put it's not really like a mechanical, it's not like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
but two like really small
Cool.
little jet wings on it.
cool. Yeah, easy enough. So you now have this your shield with this.
My thought, right? It's a tower shield, and you're putting in
Yep.
like a carving on the side here. I thought
Yeah.
just like one little one at the top and the bottom. So just kind of. Well, is that silly? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna force.
No, I
No,
can picture it.
I kind of dig it, and I'm thinking it's ornamentation on the metal binding of it. It's
Yeah.
not like flaring off or anything. It's
Right.
filigree, but it's
Yeah.
filigree in the vein of Jaden. That was my
Oh yeah.
No, you're absolutely right, sir. You're absolutely right.
Dope.
that was Jeff, not Rowan. Rowan wouldn't.
Well, I now dub thee Sir Jeff. So
So yeah, you guys do that.
Yep.
Or yeah, so they would be at Hank's Forge, right? Yeah,
I
sure.
pull out that baggie I pulled off of.
Sure.
Yeah. I grab a little bit and squeeze it between my fingers and go.
Fuck, you probably know what this stuff is, for sure.
Yeah, I roll. Or yeah, Vodka. Or yeah, I tell him. Take a drink and pull out my. Yep. No problem. No problem. Both of you. No problem to both of you. Seems to starting to see two Vox at the moment.
So, I would say it's about 10:30, so let's do a break, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. With round
Yeah,
table.
that works for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. Cool.
Cool.
No.
And then I
Oh,
said,
right.
"You should see the other guy." Yeah.
Nice. Philip rolls over. Sure.
My head's gonna dip in. You talking con about my ale?
I'm just
Oh.
gonna leave you two alone here in the room.
Oh, no, I'm joining this conversation. I'm gonna spin the cup around and put my cup down in front of you. I'm going to I'm going to mockingly swish it around the glass, check the legs.
It tastes like Coors Light.
Good, yeah. Good, check the legs, check the nose, take a sip, swish it around. Is it better than mine?
You know
No,
what? Let's
it's
put it
just
to the
it's not
dice.
better. It's just different.
I think we got a roll off for this.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Is he
Andy,
better?
roll d20. Sean,
Is
roll
he
d20.
a better man than me?
It's probably, I'd say, I think I was making Polly do intelligence. Say intelligence.
13 plus 4 math, 17, and I have expertise.
Ooh,
So
so
6, 23.
23. Okay. It's really, really close. It's good.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say it's better.
I'll give you like the slow smile and nod. Like, you know when you're trying to show like new music to somebody and they kind of
Mhm.
look down and they feel like that smile and then they kind of
Mhm.
look up and they're bobbing their head. That's what I'll give them. I can see how.
What am I feeling from that stuff that I? Anything?
Yeah, so it's like
We gonna get you high, dog. It's Friday. You ain't got shit to
To
do.
do.
um so it's like you don't notice it at first. You just like start zoning out a lot and you like
Yeah.
blink and you catch yourself and you just get back into it and then colors start to come in and it's never crazy intense because you still obviously you only did one
Yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
one pinch
Oh,
but
so it's a good time then.
it's a
Yeah.
good time.
Oh,
Yeah,
then we're laughing and drinking. Okay, good. Yeah.
yeah, but you're not out of your mind yet.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right,
Told you.
you grab a pinch.
You never know. Today proves once again you never know when your last day will be. What day will be your last? When you'll shuffle off this mortal coil.
I will say,
So,
did you
It
party.
smells
there's
funny in here.
there's two ways you can take it. You can do I think how you mimicked was
Mhm.
you pinch and then you like suck it in, or you can just slowly roll it between your fingers and you don't even have to. Pretty much gives a more mellow effect. So fuck, which do you want to do? You can do the more mellow, just sit there and roll it in your fingers. Or-
Come on, man. Don't be a dork. We're trying to get some girls over here. Like peer pressure, just trying to get him.
It's not peer pressure, man. It's just your turn.
Yeah.
So I'll say everyone's together now.
Jaden will probably be outside practicing with a new spear.
Are you like just melee? If you're throwing it all, Philip will definitely play fetch with you.
Also, do we have any way to detect magic
Probably do a
or
bit mixed of
identify
both.
items if they are magic?
Nice.
I
I can help you out there, Dar.
I would say I
cool.
think Rowland could too, but Jaden, as you let's just quickly in the moment. So you go outside and you stop with it, put it in your shields. Feels good. Feels nice. It's a nice long spear. Start throwing it. You throw it a good distance. Philip will go and retrieve it for you
Oh yeah, happy to do it.
happily. Yeah, he comes like.
I'll give him scratches when he comes back and a bit of food every now and then.
Give me a just like an insight.
Okay. 19.
19. Okay. Feels good. Feels it's like a spear.
Mm-hmm. Just to spare you. Mm-hmm.
It's just to you, it just feels like a spear.
Oh.
Fuck, the rest of you guys are. Well, Jaden's out training.
Would you
Here.
would you consider a death to their way of life sufficient?
Well, won't we all die eventually? Maybe let the ravages of old age kill them in 30 or 40 years.
Born and raised.
Wait. Well, I don't know. But how much you know, and I would tell you, and how much I know. Let me.
No, like I said, I have no doubts about the qualifications of Sir Rowan, but with a nod over to Sir. Um, however, I do reserve judgment where No sort of rulership has done any good to date. No offense, but I am hopeful, and with Sir Alan at the helm, I uh, I do have hope that we can make some changes and maybe turn this land around. It's a-
Change.
maybe yes, we
I thank
can.
you for your vote of confidence, and I agree
I'm not saying I'm
with
going to
you
vote for you. Just-
100% that oh, there's no voting, it doesn't matter. But I agree that the crown has failed this region, and I hope to regain some much lost respect in that regard. But more importantly, I need to show these people that we can bring order and prosperity. Prosperity through order. That's my slogan.
Huzzah!
Oh,
And
oh, they
I
said it.
have no arguments there.
He's a
I
thing.
I think we chase every remnant of the road down.
Okay, if that is the goal, and Hank wants to help some of them, then we can kill them to our face, till we're blue in the face, or we can go at their leadership, take them out, and then just disband them, take control of them, repurpose them, whatever it may be. But or not. But I think if we just go now, if we're planning that, if the goal is not just to plunder and make money in our name, but to actually put an end to the road, like then we should try to as decisively take the head off versus trying to. Mama Nails. Have I heard of her in like my underworld, like underworld,
Um,
my shady?
you probably know the name. You know, you hear whispers of nails or mama's
Like a,
coming for you, whatever.
gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
1, 2,
yeah.
Mama's gonna get you. Yeah, yeah. I remember that
Oh
shit's
yeah.
scary as hell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um,
Yeah.
100%.
It-
Um,
Parents use it to like make their kids do chores and like go to bed on time.
so she's this
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah. Or else, yeah.
Yeah.
the portrait depicts elven woman, bald head, and just tattoos covering face, head, neck. The portrait goes down to the chest.
She might regret that when she's 1,000 years old.
Or she-
I'm not gonna do well.
Those are not going to age well after the 6th or 7th century.
Yeah.
And
Better keep it moisturized.
Yeah. Oh, so
it's a
there's our target. It's either I say we either go after her or we go to the castle.
Here, I have the letter right here.
Or
Paul, why don't you read it?
Well played.
I gotta find my notes.
It's fine. I'm just fucking around.
Lucky gentleman. Am I right? Hey, hey.
Paul, muffle.
Oh, we know where we go find the gentleman. He's in jail right now, waiting a trial, I'm assuming. We go find him. Ah, shit. Shit. Well, I hear there's ways of speaking with the dead. Who says we can't? Okay, why don't we? Okay, yeah. So hit her where it hurts the most. Her money. Is that where she keeps her? Is that where her business? Like, what's gonna hurt her the most in that sense? Like, make her come after us because it's too dangerous or too I'm sorry, expensive or too whatever destructive. Who does have that weapon? Yeah,
I'm currently
okay.
outside.
Wait a minute. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Magic's
It
kind of
comes
it
flying
is rare.
towards
Never
you.
mind. It's not like there's mages. Yeah, rare. It's rare. Never mind. Mages just roaming around.
uh,
I would like to offer to Jaden when he sits down. Um, did we? They had a feeling that that spear was special. You have a feeling that you seemed eager to try it out. I could have a look at it if you like.
My son, the spear and the I take out the stone dagger.
I slipped those 2 daggers I found on that dwarf and stick them on the table as well. If you want to maybe check those out, see what I don't know if anything.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll pull
gonna,
them in.
I want to
pull 'em in
nudge
front of
Paul
me,
and
and
just be like, pay attention.
I'm gonna pull out like the
Yeah.
little eyeglass from like my jeweler's kit. I like
Mhm.
affix that to my eye, pull out a couple instruments, lay them carefully, and just sort of making tests. I will one after another ritual cast identify on all
Alright.
the, as I'm sort of like you see me pull out different instruments, engage it, and weigh it.
And is Paul your son-in-law, or who's Paul? Is that what you just said? Is that what? Am I just? Did I not hear son-in-law and Paul? Or
No, it's so Paul he was my page.
oh,
But,
okay, okay.
I promoted him to squire once I got officially landed.
Then who's Hank? Who is Hank talking to? I'm sorry.
My son-in-law was Bryce.
Bryce. Okay, my bad. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bryce
yeah.
took
I only order
the fire
power.
rest and left.
Gotcha. So.
Secretly, Paul is his
And I have
rolling
a
son.
daughter, and he's
And what do you
Um,
think? What do I notice? Hank think? I'm watching Hank. How? What's his demeanor with Bryce? Like, what do I get a
so
sense of?
uh, I'll leave this up to you, Hank. But
I would say Dart because you've been around.
Yeah,
I am not impressed with Bryce at all.
yeah.
My daughter's way too good for him. He's I want to say like fantasy hipster.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
not that good with his
Definitely
hands.
into Siren Moss.
These kids these days they just don't have the same work ethic.
I
You
get
know,
you.
pull yourself up by your bootstraps like a
no
real
one wants
boomer's
to
and
work
bootstrap
anymore.
attitude. Yeah, they don't want to work anymore. Not impressed with him at all. And the thing is, Bryce is probably actually pretty good at what he does, but it's definitely that sort of father. And like I'm leaving him in charge of the shop, and I know he's
Gotcha.
gonna fuck it up. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he kind of a fuck up then? Or is it just you have really high expectations to see him that way? I know it seems like ridiculous. I'm just trying to get a feel for the.
DM, you can change it if you want. I had the feeling that he wasn't like a fuck up. Like, but it's just that
No, he's
like he'll
yeah,
never
it's that
you know.
he's in reality, he's probably good. He's a good guy. He's good at what he does. There's some decisions that you probably disagree with, but overall,
Gotcha. Okay.
you know.
Just trying to get a feel
Um,
for our party and
Oh,
the
yeah.
dynamic.
Um,
Well, yeah, Sir Roland, I guess we have a big decision to make in the morning. I suppose we can sleep on it and discuss it in the morning since it probably is getting late, but what our next move is, you've heard from your counselors.
I think this is great. I think I've heard some really good options. If
I'm going to swallow it and digest it.
I feel like there's
See what comes out.
about 2 options right now we're talking about, right? We're narrowing, right? Am I hearing this right? Like we've got about 2.
Here's what I suggest we should do before because it is going to be Sir Roland, and he does need to make decisive decisions, and he needs our advice, but he also needs to make that decision. So what I suggest is let's all tell him what we think, and he can make the decision as it should be. A council will tell in his ear.
As the council.
Yeah.
This is great. This is
I'll go first. It was my idea, so if that's okay with you, my
that's
liege,
fair.
I step out. So I think we try to do a few things. I think hitting the road, they're not going to leave us alone. They're going to be a thorn in our side. So we either destroy them or take them over. So, but we also need a name and a castle. We hit the road hard on our way to the castle while we also make money. This will get the road's attention. What's her name? Perhaps get her flustered enough where she makes a mistake and we can draw her out and make a plan. So my goal is to go to the castle, but I would like to, for multiple reasons, mainly because we need the money to have a kingdom. You understand, the day-to-day, as well as perhaps line our pockets. I lean to everyone else a little bit beforehand, and of course hit the road. So perhaps hit these ruins or a few of their hideouts and really leave a message that she can't ignore. But our goal would be to get to the castle, fortify it, and have a little money there to do so.
I second that motion. I have nothing to add.
Jaden? I'm sorry, Valk. I didn't know you were. There's a stutter there. I didn't know you were about to join. It was a good dramatic pause.
3 yes.
Well, think about this logically. Your plan sounds good.
Well, of course, it's still up to Sir Roland when he makes the decision. But
You make a good point. With what we know of what the keep's status was of last known, it is basically a ruin.
The keep is.
And while money will resolve this, we will also one, I do agree. I think we need to make a slow adjustment. I think we need to hit as many towns as we can on the way to spread the word and get this militia that we are getting on the roll going.
I actually kind of agree with that because if we bring go ahead, sorry, sir.
It will be a key force in this land to keep the road at bay and if not safety, and it will bring better word of Sir Roland.
All that's true. intimidation tactic should be a few of them to the towns with us and do a nice town center hanging. You know what I mean? That'll get people riled up and feeling good about what's going on. Justice. These men are murderers.
Very
You're right.
However they get worried, it also makes them even more unpredictable.
And yeah, they clam up sometimes. I think we come at them like when they have no idea we're coming, and the word will travel. Trust me, they will travel quick, especially if we do stop at towns. I do agree with that for multiple reasons. Sir Roland, of course, must make his presence known and let his benevolence shine upon the masses. And so, and also we may also be able to create a few. I just imagine I'm moving from side to side. Like, why are you getting so dramatic about it? No, but also, yes, take a few of them in. Show them you're a man of the people and a man of law, and then give them a trial. And that could, and yeah, and I actually am excited to have maybe a fixer-upper,
which the masses do adore. And it's a great example of justice. That in itself will spread its own word. I think this is a wonderful idea. I think you've all brought incredible recommendations to the table. I would say, I think they're all the same.
Yeah, I think we all had the same idea.
In terms of me making a decision, I'll need to sleep on it, but it sounds pretty easy.
It'd be great if you woke up and you were like, "No, we're not doing any of that."
Had a dream and sure. Sure. Couple things. With just information you guys would know. Because it is a ruin, you will need to hire people to rebuild it. So as far as stopping along the towns, that might be a good way to acquire people to
That's what I was thinking.
We
rebuild.
already have an engineer, maybe the best
Right.
in all the lands.
Speaking
he has
of,
a dwarven manservant now who.
it's true. You guys could go to towns and hire
like
people and create
flat
this
face.
caravan.
Yeah, because it takes a while. They could get everything ready, and then when we get there, they can just make the journey when we're ready. Yeah, that's a good
Right.
idea. Mysterious voice in the sky.
Well, you guys would know you're gonna need.
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
Aiden has
Is
been,
that you, Sons?
Aiden has been building a militia.
That's true. Finch just went back to Willowsdale to get them started and really begin that. Hank, sorry, go ahead. No, that's all right. I was gonna move on.
I was just setting up a little background. This is more just to remind myself that we've set some roots as we've gone through here, and I think you as the discussion, the round table that we did, everyone proved the point. Everyone proved we are all on the same page here. We want to get to the keep, but we know we got to make a name for ourselves. And we know we need a shit ton of money to rebuild the keep and all that and reward ourselves and we got to kick the economy.
Prosperity
You know what I
through
mean?
order,
It's
baby.
gonna be
Of
trickle
course.
down, I think, from here. And so we gotta roar into random places and just make a name for ourselves by doing what we do, making money as we go, and then get into that keep. I think that's it. And
The
we've
one
got
thing
a few variations that we can throw in there. We've got some tricks up our sleeve, but that is the goal. I do want to eventually, not now, have the conversation about when we start flying banners, when we start sending the militia.
I think we should be doing it now.
I think we should
You guys
fly the
do have a
banners
design.
on the way to town
Real
and
close.
after we vanquish places.
You guys got it. It's just production now.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a matter of next big town that's capable of it, I guess.
Do we not have any people that can do it here? Hank?
Well, I'm sure we could do it on a small scale if you're looking for
Right.
the group.
You want
But
you want a banner flown here? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it's a potential.
Can we
I'm
can
throwing
make
it
that
out there.
happen, can we? We should.
He's a cake.
Yeah.
Hey, Hank,
Yeah.
didn't you say that there were some of those banners in the cellar in the stable? I wink at him. Hey, Bryce, why don't you go grab those?
Yeah.
Cellar in the stable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
man.
Bryce, chop it up. Try not to fuck it up.
He's in the stables, like scratching around.
I swear there's one.
It's like, yeah, where is?
Go get the
Dar's
banner.
laughing his ass off.
The
um,
only thing I'd like to add to the plan, real quick, is that when we do stop at these towns, I think it would be worth it as a show of confidence in these towns. I want to help them sort of build not full scale defenses like I have here, but sort of give them some plans so the towns can then defend themselves while we go. Because if we're gonna keep poking at the road, we want them to be able to defend themselves against.
Yeah,
them.
absolutely.
Solid.
And with that comes a bit of Jaden's side too, where we try to establish some discipline and training regimen, and
Yeah, for sure.
I totally agree. I think this is all very, very fitting. I could. This is one of those ones that like I could absolutely read the book of this. You know what I mean? Because there's a ton of slow burn in this campaign, but there's so much like weird, extravagant detail that we don't usually get out of D&D. Like
Mhm. Well, in this game of crowns, you either succeed or you perish. A little play on the game there. Trademark, copyright.
TM.
very Game of Thrones vibe to it, and I
like it,
absolutely
political.
want all of you to think about like the role or position you play in the council, like the whatever term you want to think of it as, because like that's what it is. We're making this.
100%.
So after 40 minutes, DM, I could have ritual
Yes.
cast identify on all 4 of those items.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
for me to write this down.
So you start with the shackles that I handed you. Those are dimensional shackles. I won't read it. It's kind of a large text.
Wait,
but,
the shackles? Those are the shackles. I
That's
knew what
the
those
one.
were.
you handed him other shackles?
No, I said 2 daggers. The 2 daggers I took off of them. But yeah, I would have told them. They don't care. Yeah, they're definitely magical. They can tell just looking at them. They're like Electrum, and they got runes on them. Like they look badass. Yeah, they look like you wouldn't want them on you.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, I apologize. I thought
No,
you
yeah,
handed
it's
the
cool.
shackles. Okay, but the daggers are just daggers.
Oh yeah, I didn't know.
They're
Yeah,
just-
okay.
They're just regular daggers. That's fine. The spear, it's just a spear. There's no magic in the spear. It's a nice spear. It's well made, but just a spear. Sorry.
So I'm like, fine weapons, all of these, but they're just at simply what they are. I'll hand them back.
I slide one of those daggers in my boot.
And then you have the
Boot dagger.
last dagger from Garrick, which is magical.
This dagger, however.
Yes. It is called the Stoneheart Dagger. It's a +1 dagger. It's custom magic item, so I'll have to send it to you. But it says, due to its connection to catch, the Stoneheart Dagger can cut through stone with ease. So it cuts through stone like butter. As a bonus action, you can cause it to vanish and reappear in your hand. But then it also says, this is not what you get in the real world, but it says the Stoneheart Dagger is a complex weapon, difficult to understand. Time spent using and connecting with it may reveal additional ability the dagger possesses. So it's +1, and you can it cuts through stone like butter, and you can use your bonus action. Summon it. Said it's custom, so I'll send it to whoever decides to keep it. So yeah, it's probably pushing dinner time. Some of you are hiring siren moths.
Bryce, dinner.
Did he find the basement and the stables yet? Can he even make dinner until he completes one task? I can never go on to another
digging in the
task
hay.
before completing.
And he's like clearly looking around. It's like, okay, I gotta find this first.
No, just forget about it. I'll get it myself. Bryce. You work on.
Dad,
You work on dinner.
Dad.
All right, man. It's definitely not in the left corner. I'll go and
Well, it
start.
wouldn't be in any of the corners, Bryce. It's in the cellar. We told you. In the cellar. What are you doing looking in the
Oh no. Where's this? Anyways. He's just like, sorry, man.
Yeah,
So
no,
confused.
it's I mean, I'm hearing that a lot these days, Bryce, and it's just it'd be nice to see a change. Okay.
Starting to ring a
What do
little
you-
hollow,
what do
those
you-
words.
What do we want for dinner?
What my daughter sees in you, I don't.
I got harsh real quick. He got quiet because he's mad at his wife. Like, yeah, I was like, okay.
And that's in reply to the what do we want for dinner question.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Bryce, why
He
don't you go home? You've got a big day tomorrow. So
Okay.
I'll take care of dinner here.
I don't feed my. He just walks. He walks away.
Doesn't even get it.
Oh no. He's.
That hits home.
But I'll whip up some dinner for everybody.
So you guys eat.
That was more
and
harsh
drink.
than when I burned that dwarf in the face. Harder burn than when
That's the truth.
I put that dagger on that dwarf's face.
That guy only breathes
That
through
guy-
one nostril now, and that was not as bad.
Yeah, that was not as bad. That was
It's
awesome.
nothing compared to the life he's sucking out of my daughter. Okay.
I think she's
You're glad that she's not. Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to worry about that yet.
All right. She's Hank's daughter. Okay. She could have been anything. Okay.
Oh, I think it's about time we put a rating 18 on this trip.
That's funny.
All right, so you guys, I'll leave it up to you guys. We could keep going for a little bit, or we could.
I think we just so go knock out the ruins, then to the keep, liberating
so.
any town in our way.
I'm
Yep.
saying we fucking drive ourselves to the ruins. If anything pops up on our way,
Cool.
who knows? You know us.
All right.
We love our tangents.
I need.
But I think we drive towards the ruins and try not to get too distracted. But
Gotta
if we
say,
do,
guys,
we're gonna have a fucking blast while we do it.
I think the closest ruins are, we'll say, about 4 days out. So about this world's equivalent of a week. To the ruins. So, all right. So Hank, you arrange your affairs. Say goodbye to whoever you need to. Bryce
I write
apologizes, but
very intense, descriptive, step-by-step list
yeah,
for
it's like
Bryce
9 a.m. Do this.
on how
9:10. Do
Yeah.
this.
how to open and close the shop. Yeah.
Yeah. He's you. Though you have your opinions, Bryce.
who's
You
taking the
feel
dagger?
confident.
Good question. Fine blade.
I don't need it. Who's good one? You?
Very well. I'll take it if I must.
What about
That's such a deceptive weapon. Doesn't befit your noble hand, my liege.
Oh, shit!
No,
Wow,
Sorry.
that's fucking good.
Oh, that was
Once again, I shall take what is necessary on myself and take on the reputation of such a dastardly blade.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It
I'm
does.
sure Paul could use with a decent weapon.
Who? Paul? Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I'll give him a
Oh.
hammer.
It's got a short sword. Yeah.
It's always
No.
once again it's Paul one up in me, you son of a bitch.
Paul is mechanically not allowed to attack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
How can I say this in the most
we can dress
politically-
up in armor, and we do, but
being able to summon this blade out of the ether to my hand could serve me many purposes. I could see.
I think it's a no-brainer. I'm saying, like, it was between you and Vok, and I knew Vok didn't want it.
That's perfect
Yeah.
then. We're all
I
in
was
accord. Once
sure
again,
Hank was gonna have be like
Just-
a sneaky, like, oh, wait, I got an idea for that.
Just
You know,
be careful of who you throw that around, all right?
that's fair.
Yeah, good point. He did say something about slicing through stone like butter, and I just looked down at Fox arm.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
God.
arm's stone.
Good point. I didn't even think of that.
As a question before we retire for the evening,
Yeah.
how are all of how's your night vision, everyone?
what's that?
Piss poor since that fucking elf ran away from this. Oh, that bastard. If I saw him again, I'd give him a hug and a slap in the face. Damn, Elandriel.
Can
I got nothing.
can anyone?
I
I
can
see perfectly in the pitch black, like a cat.
I
What
can
about-
see decently
see.
enough.
I can't see shit.
Okay.
I'm lucky I
Well-
can see in the day.
As one of our scouty guys, what I'm going to do, just so I don't forget for next session, tonight, I'm going to work on making him some goggles of night with one of my infusions.
Sure.
Replicate magic item.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, present you with some goggles of night.
Thank you very much.
No problem, sir. Just doing my bit to help.
Impressive.
And for the rest of us, my maul, I can make it shine bright light for like 60 feet if I need to. So
Dope.
I'd rather have the scout than see in the dark.
I can make
Um,
anything shine. I just like touch Fox arm, and I cast light on it, and he just starts lighting up.
Oh, that
I'm
might.
fucking tripping right now. What am I doing?
Yeah. It's like,
Oh.
Buck just stares at his arm for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Come on.
Yeah. You know, like
Man.
Dude, you ever just like
someone comes put sunglasses on me because you shouldn't be staring into a bright light like that. You know,
with
where's
this
my
drug,
battle buddy?
you better be getting some hella scritches. That's all I'm saying.
So did Rowan actually take those goggles? Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh, it would have been way better if you did. That would have been fucking hilarious.
That was a Rowan thinks everything's for him thing. But they're like, no, he's not gonna take them. That's
He like goes to put them in his pocket. Vok fucking sleight of hand just grabs him out of there.
and then he forgets that he ever
Yeah.
Well, what I will do then is I'm going to drop Homunculus Servant.
Okay.
And I will. What do you use for a weapon, sir?
Me? Oh, it's a long sword, and it is currently magical. If that's where you're going.
Do have your
It's a
lance too.
Dragon Slayer longsword.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind.
But thank you. I
Yo, do we actually all have magical weapons now? You don't?
Aiden doesn't.
I don't.
I have a shield,
I have an
not
infusion.
a weapon.
I have an infusion on mine to make it magic.
Gotcha. I need some rope. That's really all I need before we leave.
I would say, let's do that then quick. Any supplies anyone wants to get before we head out of time? We'll end this episode with you guys.
I'll say the usual. Larsha goes off for food.
Sure.
I'll pay for
Oh,
it.
you guys don't even know. We have like a full fucking staff. Like cooked meals on the road.
So yeah, Larsha will go out. We'll say 3 gold.
I don't know if I have any gold. And do you have a parcel in here? In this town? Is there a parcel?
A parcel?
Yeah. Yeah, a place to mail.
Is
Send?
one small package?
Yeah.
Like a post?
Yeah. Post. Parcel.
DM?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Let me pull up my character sheet. See if I have anything
don't-
first.
Just don't have Bryce bring it because it'll get lost.
No, I'll take it down and I will send 20 gold back.
Cool.
Taking that off.
They take it and they head off.
Take that. And that's 20 total. If it costs a gold to ship it, they're only getting 19.
Right, and it's 19.
All right, yeah.
yeah.
Even
got it.
numbers, OCD.
Perfect. You said you wanted to get some rope.
Yes. I need some rope.
What? Rope.
And if I could, I would like to get it like a couple different diameters, like almost like some fishing line, some hemp, and if there's anything in between that could be used for high tension stuff, I just, if we're going out, knowing
Sure.
what I know, now I know is that people like that was a boss, right? Like you have the big guy and Garrick. I'm probably putting together. Garrick was like a lord or a boss under Mama Nels, right? Like a ringleader of sorts. So yeah,
Mhm.
I think going on the road now, the whole group would be more at attention for disruptions. But I want to grab some extras.
I'll say you have heard the name Garrick before.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, you'd heard of him when you met. What's her name? The chick that you guys broke her legs and sent her off.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
I think she was working for someone named.
I just want to grab anything that I could set up a perimeter with. If I think it's useful, I will grab it and I'll spend a gold or 2 on it.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll say 2 gold. You get some
Okay.
fishing line and then a couple different.
Sweet. Thank you.
Anyone else?
I
think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hank, you say your goodbyes. Dar, to anyone you have met or become fond of, you say bye to Bryce.
The only person I liked it so far, other than the group, is Hank.
Yeah.
And Philip, of course.
Of course.
So you guys pack up. If Podhead has anything he wants to do before you leave, we can do that. But yeah.
Jaden?
See you guys. Jaden, you're good, yeah?
I'm good.
All right.
Apart from the usual morning workout and pray.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you guys hit the hay, and then come morning time, you pack up. Okay. Let's see now. What's the caravan that you have? Holly's.
I know what I need. I need to buy a new horse.
You do need to buy a new horse. I will say, if you don't want,
Motherfucker chucked a spear through it.
if you don't want to, you guys did have a horse Paul was riding. So you had 2 horses pulling the cart.
Oh,
Rowland's
dude,
horse.
Jaden, you
Paul
should
and Jaden.
totally make Paul walk. Oh,
So Paul
yeah,
could
I'm all
walk
about
if
this.
you don't buy one. However, if you
And I
want
could
to
buy a new
buy
horse. I could just buy a horse, right?
you can.
Probably gives you a horse. You are like the
Yeah. What about
We have a
flex
wagon.
ship?
Yep.
We have a wagon.
yeah.
yeah, so they have
We
a
have
full
2
carriage.
wagons.
2 wagons.
Can we put? Hey, we got time to slap a quick false bottom somewhere where 1 or 2 people could slide underneath and be hidden, like crawl up underneath and be hidden, or things like a hiding, basically a Millennium Falcon cargo or like smuggler's
Yeah.
hatch,
But
but also that a person can fit. Huh?
If you guys want to try and
I'll help
make
if you-
that, it'd
I have-
probably take a couple hours, but you
I
can.
have carpenter's tools.
I figure,
Sure.
yeah, if anybody can do it,
I'll,
we'll grab a couple
I'll,
people.
I'll lend a hand. I'll
With some
be
help.
like the body
Help.
that they molded after or something. You know, like,
Yeah. Make sure the arm can fit in there.
yeah.
That's a really-
It's good for weight.
Yeah. Okay. Hank, give me. We'll say the same sort of check.
I'm gonna help him out, of course. And we're all helping him.
With
as he gets-
yeah, with advantage. Everybody's helping
With
him.
triple
I
advantage.
mean, I'm just watching.
Rollins
really
on his
even know
horse.
Why?
It's like, why are you guys doing that?
9 plus 10 for 19.
Now, yeah, perfect. So it takes a couple hours, so you guys end up leaving town a little later, but yeah, easily enough. So it's
It's tight.
with the carriage, they have a like a seating area where people can sit, and then there's storage.
Yeah.
So from the seating area, you pull down the back, and then you can crawl in.
Fucking sweet. I like it.
During some break, I am going to build a dog bed into one of these things for.
Sure.
So.
And then yeah, so the carriage situation right now, the carriage, and you have Polly's wagon, which is pulled by a donkey or a mule.
Yeah.
2 horses pulling the carriage. Rowland's riding a horse. Paul's riding a horse. And then Jaden, do you want to buy another one? I
I'm
think.
riding with Sir Roland like this.
How much?
I'm on the carriage. I'm on the carriage.
Trying to find it.
He
I think
wouldn't
it's like
even get it.
I like that. Like, if you ever do that, you have to do it like stealth wise, and just like when you're whispering in my ear. You know what I mean? Like, like slip it up, like in between my armor and my cloak. You know what I mean?
Right, that close, yeah.
Yeah.
And I got
Hey, baby.
That's all he
75 gold for riding.
I'll pay that on my own fund. Yeah.
All right. So you
Hold on,
get
I'll give you 25.
it's this large black stout.
So if you
Um
you said you're paying 25.
so
So-
50 for
Okay.
perfect.
I'll get 25 of that.
Hell yeah. So you guys pack up
Yeah.
and leave Brackendale. Headed east towards closest ruins. All right.
Yeah.
Boom.
On
A big ass. A
we
big basket of good stuff, and I'm bringing that with me.
Sure. Of course.
we have to be on alert. That's the biggest
We
thing.
might. I just realised we've had Finch, we've got Vark, we've got Hank, and we also got Polycarp, all pushing in brewski. We're traveling brewery.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say,
I was just about to say is that at some point I'm gonna buy a cart and I'm going to set up a mobile brewery,
Yeah.
and we're gonna carry that around behind us.
That's
know, it
basically what Polycarp has.
My
It
liege,
makes a lot of sense.
my
Polycarp-
liege, you want to get the people behind you?
Oh God!
Or we
get
roll
him
up to those
drunk.
ruins and we use it to get in, like the Trojan horse style. You're like, hey,
Yeah.
thirsty boys, get them drunk, and then we come rolling in.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's dirty.
So I've already
That's
made
dirty.
this joke before, but I'll say it again. I could always bless for water and make it holy water.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Make it holy,
Beer.
Holy
holy
beer.
beer.
Here.
Which is one.
Poly-
Polycarp's cart is almost 90% dedicated to just carrying barrels of alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's got bees.
these-
It's like
Is
room for
mead.
you guys, you know, like so that like we could, you know, so now it's just like more of a variety, but like we're on our way to a dangerous mission.
We have mead. We have mead,
like,
cheap
like,
beer, and good
eggs.
beer covered.
going uphill with it, with like we're just
Yeah, these are rolly hills. It's like, you guys gotta be careful.
traveling all over the place, like epic Lord of the Rings shit, but
You're all hammered.
our dragging this like carts and
It totally makes sense though. Like low magic medieval world. What else is there to do? But
Yeah,
like,
and that
we-
beer would go
get
pretty
drunk.
quick. Like every day, it would get lighter and lighter.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it would. And the thing is, are we giving the mule the alcohol to drink to hydrate?
only a
Like,
It worked for the slaves for the pyramids, right?
It's the only thing they will drink. It's the only thing he will drink. The mule, like he
He's-
won't touch water.
yeah, he only drinks Polycarp's mead.
Yep.
His name is me.
Oh, that's hilarious. Exactly.
We gotta
Yeah.
get a minstrel that
don't
can
know.
sing the ice cream truck song whenever we go through town.
There you go. Yep.
Oh gosh. All right, so that's it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you
We're
guys hit
riding
the
off
road
in the
and
sunrise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, and
yeah.
we'll pick up there in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
From the 9th to the 23rd, we won't be playing on stream. So I just want to let you guys know that we will be playing in-person sessions. If you want to make your way to my house or Jeff's or Todd's, we will be doing a big get together as
Oh, yeah.
Kieran
Yes.
is
I'm coming
Up in the
across the
pond.
pond.
yeah coming to hang out with us. So we're gonna go offline for a little bit, but then we're gonna put a bunch of content up from that.
We'll be back.
Yep. All right, then signing off.
Hey, Balkan Squad.
Oh,
Like and
hey,
subscribe,
you,
mic check.
you just got mic'd. There we go. Hit the notification bell, and we'll see you soon.
Apologies to anyone named Bryce.